Sometimes when we see those big discrepancy in skill, sometimes the better fighter carries the other fighter, or maybe goes a little easier. Is there any part of you that maybe thinks that way, or are you going in there 100%?
Zero part of me. And there's not even that it's Jake. It's just, do you know, I was actually looking at myself today. I'm a very respectful guy, brought up by a good family, but if I can kill you, I will kill you. That's just how I am. And this is just the job I do, so let's go.
The fight is done. Anthony Joshua gets his arm lifted, but instead of the noise dying down, everything ramps up. The real explosion doesn't happen inside the ropes or during the official post-fight talk. It happens later on Instagram Live, where the exchanges move quicker than any combination thrown in the ring. Joshua won, no debate there. The difference in size was obvious. The power difference was even clearer. At several points, it felt like Joshua could have caused serious harm, the kind that leads to hospital visits, not highlight clips. He chose not to go that far. He closed the fight cleanly, secured the victory, and exited like a professional.
I'm gonna break his face, I'm gonna break his body up, I'm gonna stomp all over him. That's my mentality, right? That's a fighter's mentality, and I know what's in my heart, I know what's in my mind, and I'm here to compete. I'm here to prove myself that I'm the better fighter, so I'm looking forward to it, and I'll do that until I finish fighting.
Jake Paul, however, wasn't ready to disappear quietly. Just hours after the bout, the two crossed paths again, this time through phone screens. And that's when a single sentence changed everything. One line that instantly set boxing social media on fire.
Actually, internally, I'm the most scared going into a fight that I've actually ever been. You know, obviously he has a lot of power punches. If you get caught, of course, you know, he's gonna defeat you.
Joshua wasn't heated. He wasn't shaken. His tone was calm, direct, almost icy, like someone calmly pointing out a boundary that had nearly been crossed. Jake initially laughed it off, tried to spin it into entertainment, tried to play it as harmless back and forth. But the vibe said otherwise. This had moved past promotion. This was pride meeting reality. And to fully grasp why this moment carried so much weight, you have to look back. Because the warnings were there long before the opening bell ever rang.
Why do you feel like everything is his to lose and not for you as well?
Bro, the pressure's on him. I'm fighting free. I've already won. This is a lose-lose situation for him. I've got him in the corner right where I want him.
Everyone's saying you're crazy for doing this. Why are you doing it? Why are you bringing this upon yourself? What is your response to those doubters?
I'm here to show the world what's possible, to show kids what's possible with self-belief. That's what this whole fight is about. I'm here to change the sport. I'm here to inspire the next generation of athletes to chase their goals and do the unthinkable.
6 years ago, in this very city, you made your pro debut. Could you have ever imagined that you'd be facing off against a guy of his stature with his resume 6 short years later?
I can't imagine this, man. It's a testament to God and the journey he's put me on. I'm just so blessed and grateful to be here with all these fans and supporters, and tomorrow we're going to put on an amazing show.
And finally, what is your prediction, Jake?
Probably the 6th or 7th round knockout.
Okay. And that's it.
I'm him up, Burial! I'm him up!
Ryan Garcia was among the first to publicly shut down the fantasy. No hype, no sugarcoating. He flat out said Jake Paul stood no chance against Anthony Joshua.
My prediction for the Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua fight, I actually kind of find it a little disrespectful. I'm going to say the Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul fight. I got $50,000 on Anthony Joshua winning. I'm only going to win $5,500 for the bet because he's such a favorite. I don't care. The reason why I'm doing it, because there's no chance that Jake Paul could ever win. He's not a good fighter compared to Anthony Joshua. This dude got too much experience, and I'm betting it right here. You see it. Look at that, 50 grand, all on Anthony Joshua to win. You know, it's just gonna be easy work, and that's about it. Peace.
Ryan wasn't talking out of jealousy or dislike. He was speaking as a fighter who understands levels, timing, range, power, things that don't come from sparring clips or viral finishes.
You know, for me, in my opinion, I think it's scripted a little bit because, you know, of the weight difference, and, you know, Joshua is a former, you know, champion. And also, you know, he's current, he's active, you know, and this is going to be the first time that we see Paul, you know, fighting an active fighter. You know what I mean? We seen the Mike Tyson, that was all fun, that was cute, you know what I'm saying? It's fun and games and stuff, but now you're dealing with a real professional, you know, and so we'll see how it ends up. You know, like I said, I think it's scripted, but, you know, we're going to see. At the end of the day, I just want everybody to have fun. I want them to enjoy themselves because we risk our lives for others' entertainment, and just go home safely, to be able to have memories and say we did a great job.
Thank you. Let's get a bomb squad to end.
Bomb Squad!
Lennox Lewis pushed it even further. He didn't frame it as a win or lose situation. He framed it as survival. According to him, Jake wasn't trying to beat Joshua, he was trying to make it through the fight.
Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul. What do you think? When I heard about the fight, I said, they're going to actually fight? I didn't believe it. But what we got to do is say, Jake Paul really bit off a lot this time. He's serious. He wants to go up against a true heavyweight, and that's Anthony Joshua. So he's up against a heavyweight. How's he gonna adopt? How's he gonna feel? How's he gonna fight when he gets in there? I don't see him fighting. I see him looking to survive in the fight. He's gonna feel the uppercut. He's gonna feel the jab. He's gonna feel the right hand. How's he gonna react? I don't know. We're gonna have to see how he's gonna react.
That's a former heavyweight champion speaking. Someone who knows exactly what elite heavyweight punches do to the human body. When Lennox talks about survival, that's not exaggeration, it's lived knowledge. Even Mike Tyson, who had supported Jake in the past, had already hinted at this year's earlier when discussing Joshua after the Usyk loss. Tyson encouraged AJ to stay the course, trust his skill set, and lean on his foundation.
What advice would you give to somebody like AJ?
That he has a lot of talent and not to get discouraged. He only loses when he quits. When you quit, all the doors of opportunities close. You know what I mean? You have to be game, and then don't get discouraged if you lose. Listen, you just lost, you may have got $30 million. You should give Usyk a kiss and say, can we do this again? Don't let this internalize you. Oh, I can't fight now. This white boy kicked my ass. People are laughing at me. No, he kicked my ass for $50 million or $30 million. I hope he kicks my ass again. But this time it might not work out that way. I'm gonna kick his ass. I just think the more time you lay off, the worse you get. You have to fight to be the best. You have to do it more and more and more.
That version of Joshua showed up, sharp, disciplined, and in control. That's why the IG Live afterward felt different. Joshua wasn't reacting emotionally. He was speaking from a position of authority. Tommy Fury also couldn't help but chime in after the fight, and his comment aged perfectly. He said if he managed to beat Jake Paul, people should picture what Anthony Joshua would do.
But if I can beat Jake Paul, then excuse my French, what the fuck is Anthony Joshua going to do to Jake Paul? I think my dad said that AJ could beat him with his prick, and I completely will back that up. Even if AJ had a broken arm in there, it still wouldn't go past a minute. To be quite honest with you, and as a safety aspect, there's no way that fight can go ahead. At the end of the day, my God, how good does it make me look? He gets beat by Jake Paul. Well, that automatically makes me two-time heavyweight champion of the world, doesn't it? There's no proper way. I've got to laugh about it. How are we even talking about this? He got his nut boxed off by me a little over 2 years ago, and now all of a sudden, he's talking about fighting Anthony Joshua. It's like, come on. Like, you can't be serious. He can't beat me. I'm not Anthony Joshua, am I? So, it's just ludicrous. It really is.
There was no need to imagine anymore. Everyone had just seen it play out. Roy Jones Jr. had been predicting this all along. Before the fight, he called it a perfect matchup for Joshua. He said AJ had already handled Ngannou and would do the same to Jake. Big money, minimal danger.
I want to change subjects just a little bit here. And Anthony Joshua, there's rumours circulating he could be fighting Jake Paul next. One, do you think it's good for boxing? And two, do you think the fight will happen?
I think it's great for boxing. I think the fight will happen. AJ is 1-0 against these guys that come in to these boxing careers late. So why not? He's a perfect guy to take him out too. He took Ngannou out. Why would he not take Jake Paul out? And for him, he probably make more money fighting Jake Paul than he will fight anybody else that he can fight right now. So why would he not do it? I mean, not that he needs the money right now anyway, but if he's going to do something, if he want to get a good win to put him back on the scene, that's a perfect win. You get a lot of money doing it.
But Roy added another layer. He said Joshua needed to knock Jake out. Because if he didn't, respected voices like Andre Ward would start raising concerns.
Roy, if AJ doesn't get the knockout tomorrow, is that like almost a loss?
No, that's almost a loss, and Andre Ward coming for him. So it's definitely a loss, and Andre Ward is definitely coming for him. I am Andre Ward's legal promoter right now. If this happens, so if he loses, Andre Ward is definitely coming for him. If he goes the distance, Andre Ward coming for him. So if he knock him out, Andre might leave him alone. If he don't knock him out, Andre coming for him.
Roy, what's your reaction to the size difference?
It's no reaction to size jump. I'm used to that. I gave Ruiz 27 pounds and still did what I had to do. So that's nothing new to me. You're trying to shock the world. You got to do something different to shock the world.
That's why Joshua's words on IG Live mattered. They weren't just about Jake talking too much. They were about expectations. About responsibility. About understanding the damage you're capable of inflicting, and knowing when to pull back. One hardcore boxing fan summed it up perfectly. He said Jake deserves credit for the courage it takes to call out Joshua. He also said the fights aren't scripted, but if AJ hadn't won convincingly, people would have started asking uncomfortable questions.
First of all, kudos to Jake Paul. The cojones this motherfucker has. From a Disney kid to YouTube to... He can fight anyone and get views and make fucking money. This crazy wild boy sends out the bat signal, the British bat signal for Anthony motherfucking Joshua. You know how crazy that is? I will say this. I don't think any of Jake Paul's fights are fixed in any capacity. At all. Not even close. I don't get down that narrative. I will say this, though. My spidey senses will go off if Anthony Joshua doesn't absolutely mop the floor with him.
Those questions never came. Instead, people nodded. Doubts turned into acceptance. Even Dana White didn't know about the fight at first. When he finally heard, he called it a terrible idea, but he also admitted reality. Everyone was going to tune in.
Did you see the fight that's reportedly being worked on for December 19th in Miami?
Did I see the fight being worked on December 19th in Miami?
Yeah.
No.
Do you know which fight I'm talking about?
No.
Fair enough.
Oh, Jesus. That's a fucking bad idea. That's a bad idea. But let me tell you what. A lot of people watch that one.
Will you watch it?
Sure. You know what everybody's tuning in for on that one. I think everybody's going to get what they've finally been waiting for.
And they did. Because danger draws attention. Because people wanted to see whether Jake Paul's confidence could hold up against real heavyweight power. Even the sidemen, experts in influencer culture, said Jake was out of his mind for stepping in with Joshua.
Jake is fine, AJ.
Oh my God, yeah.
And you know what? I'm going to give him props. Fair play, Jake. That is a big fight.
Props.
I mean, AJ should knock him out.
It is a weird one. Like, am I just being stupid? Like, is he not just going to wig him?
AJ by soap being dropped in prison. AJ by brutal Bonnie Blue scene. AJ by just something vile.
Him even stepping up to fight AJ.
AJ two-time heavyweight world champion. Yeah, no joke.
That word kept surfacing: crazy, fearless, delusional, depending on who you asked. Joe Rogan captured it best. He called it the wildest matchup possible. Jake had just come off a fight with a 58-year-old Mike Tyson that looked more like controlled sparring. Now he was facing one of the most dangerous heavyweight punchers of this generation. Rogan also pointed out something important: Joshua knows how to deal with fighters below his level. He stays patient. He doesn't force chaos. He lets experience take over. That's exactly what happened. Jake, to his credit, never stopped talking, even after the fight, even on IG Live.
Jake makes a ton of money fighting guys he's supposed to beat.
Now he's fighting a guy that he's not supposed to beat. So it's a really, I don't know. Again, I don't know what the play is, but I don't know. Jake is an interesting guy, man. And like I said, I'm going to say it again. He is not dumb. So he's got something up his sleeve, whatever it may be. If it's just a way to get respect and to make a ton of money and keep this deal alive, that right there is respectable. If that's the play, that's the play. If he really thinks that he can beat Anthony Joshua, shoot, then that's the play there. Listen, he's taking a risk. He's taking a chance. So I don't know. I think there's a lot of upside. The downside is getting hurt. That's another reason why people are like, oh, Joshua's going to throw it. I'm like, no, he's not. He's got a bunch of lucrative dates down the line. This is one of them. And if he goes out there and was quote unquote take the bag and throw this fight, it's going to take all the credibility away from any future earning potential. So that he'd be taking so much money out of his pocket to try and make the money right now. That doesn't make any sense.
So now the conversation changes. Was Jake Paul wrong for continuing to talk after the fight? Or is this just another moment in influencer boxing refusing to stay quiet? And did Anthony Joshua say exactly what needed to be said? Let us know in the comments. Was AJ justified, or did he cross a line? Subscribe to Fight Field for more boxing breakdowns, post-fight drama, and real analysis.